What's going on, everybody? Turn that down. Let me know if the music's too loud. So, thanks for stopping in. Thanks for watching. I don't know where Passy and those guys are, but I think you know we defeated the 5 bosses on Valheim. We're trying to finish the the Colosseum to have our battles and such, and it's looking pretty good. It's pretty much done. That was loud. So don't know what we're gonna do. One of these nights, I promise you, I will do some PUBg. It's been a little while, so. Oh yeah, I gotta go live on Facebook. Forgot about that. This is my dashboard. That's where the restream magic happens. Let me know if anything's too loud. I did adjust some volumes and because my stream intro, you could barely hear it. Of course, Facebook says I'm playing PUBg every single time. Half the time, this is no joke. Facebook gaming, I could set my stream to a game because I try to set things to a game before I go live, and it reverts back to PUBg, or it just doesn't put any game in. Even though I had a game in there and I've been playing Valheim on stream for like 3 days straight, 4 days straight, it still does PUBg. Which is annoying. Jeez. Finally. So, currently, we're answering any questions during stream of any of you have for crypto. So if any of you guys have a cryptocurrency question, feel free to hit me up. I'm here for you. And that is bright on my face. That was weird. Thanks, bro. How you doing, Tetchy? Aight. Nice. Normally I have my 3 monitors running at the same time, but my I detached my Xbox to go through my gaming monitor. So, yeah. I'm liking my own stream right now and sharing it to my my second page on Facebook to my Hit Me Up Gaming page. So what's the weather like there today, Tetchy? It was like 70 degrees here. It was awesome. Not great. Yeah. You've been inside all day? Yeah. What did you do today? Oh, okay. That's good. I'm sure the dog enjoys it. Because my dog sure as hell loves it. straight up loves it. Yeah. She so I have a golden doodle, but she's what you would call a phantom doodle. She's a golden retriever. Her father was a silver poodle. No, her grandfather. Grandfather was a silver poodle, like a grayish, like a dark gray. And the mom was, or the grandma was a golden retriever, and then the parents were both golden doodles, and it just so happens to be there's like a couple of them that came out like black, like jet black, and we wanted her, and eventually she turned into like this after about a year, her black it's like a cross between poodle hair and golden retriever hair. It just continuously grows and does not shed, and it's hypoallergenic. That's right, golden doodle dandy. And she turned silver, so she's pretty cool looking. It's on my Facebook page. I think I have a couple on my Facebook, my personal Facebook there, Tetchy. But yeah, everybody asks me what she is because there's never really seen a doodle look like her. So, but she's super energetic. She's like a she has the poodle in her, so she has she can leap really tall, like jump. She can run across like the kitchen on her hind legs, and she jumps super high. She actually jumped so hard on me one time. She hit me in the nuts so hard. She almost broke my left nut. She does the nut check for you. You got to be on the lookout for the nut check. So yeah, she smashes you pretty good if you're not watching. She's gotten both of my kids. One of those. That's right. You know, she just makes sure you're on your toes. Well, let me see what's going on here. Let's check with Mr. Passmore. Oh shoot, my phone's almost dead. Yeah, I will be. I think I'm gonna jump on some Valheim probably. I just wonder if the server's up, because Passy's the guy who hosts it. So, forgot what I'm doing here. That's cool. Yeah. I like talking. I feel bad for my teammates and stuff because I talk too much. I don't know. I've always had the gift of conversation with people. My wife is like, "What?" Like, we'll be standing in line in the grocery store and somebody will just like look at us, or I'll say, "Hey, how are you doing?" And people are so taken back that somebody just asked them how they were doing that I end up having a conversation with them. What's up, Soul? How you doing, Soul? Yeah, you're the same. Yeah, my wife is like, I don't know how you can be so personable. So I do play PUBg. I just haven't in a couple weeks. It's I will. The problem is I undid a bunch of my shit to hook up my computer through my gaming PC to go through the capture card and stuff. So yeah, but I will be. I definitely will be. I'm thinking probably Sunday night. I said that Tuesday. I said I was gonna play Thursday, but it's not a lot of HMU playing PUBg at the moment, so I mean, I was gonna jump in some random parties and talk to people, get to know some people. Yeah, sure thing, Techi. I definitely would play with you if you played. So we're looking at a Warzone tournament that Hit Me Up Gaming is going to be hosting on the 6th of April. Not quite sure. I know that's going to be hosted by Tact. I'm not quite sure what's going on with that, but I'm not even sure what the prize is. It might be just a notoriety type thing, but I know it's a duo tournament. Yeah, I know you don't. But Booger was asking me about it earlier. Yeah, it's all right. So I'm gonna eventually host a PUBg tournament in the future, but it's just been I don't have a Saturday open for like another 2 months to host it, to be honest with you. If we did host it, it would be on a Saturday afternoon or an evening. Yeah, Techi. There's a bunch of duo tournaments out there. I mean, there's a lot of them. Thing is PUBG had like 21,000 people playing it, or 210,000 people playing it out of everybody, including PC. And I don't know. I just I play it, but I don't know, I'm not having a lot of fun. I do have fun playing it, but I don't have enough fun where I play it every night. And with this game, with Valheim, with all the maple sapping I've been doing, work, kids, cleaning up around the yard, I just haven't had time. And by the time I get down to, when I stream too late at night and I'm tired as a mother effer. You drank your gallon already? I have. All right, so in the process of They've been cutting a lot of trees down along the power lines, to, you know, obviously for like maintenance reasons, so a tree doesn't fall down and break the power lines. And yeah, Techi, what you do is we have maple trees here, and you tap them. You drill 2.25 inches into the tree. You put a metal tap in it and you hang a bucket on it, and the sap drips out into the bucket, fills it up. Then you take that and you boil it, and it takes 40 gallons of maple sap to make 1 gallon of syrup. So in the process of them clearing all the power lines out, they cleared a bunch of trees along the power lines, and I have like 50 more maple trees. Because I mean, I have like 5 acres, and I don't go on that section of the property, and so I'm gonna take next year, tap all those trees, attach all the tubes together, and I have a vacuum pump. I'm just gonna, so I don't have to go out into the woods and get it, because that's the worst thing, is trudging through the woods through melting snow, and you're like step on the snow and it's like your foot goes all the way down in, and it's like, it's pretty strenuous, not gonna lie, when you got 2 5-gallon pails full of sap and you're trying to like walk out of the woods to put it in a bucket, a big huge, you know, container. So it was fun until day before yesterday, when I tripped over a branch and dumped 10 gallons of sap on the ground. Sucked. But let's just say I was lucky I didn't get the sap on me. Yeah, that's a lot of trees. So I had 30 taps out. And next year I'm probably gonna have about 100. And I got like 4 gallons. 4 gallons of sap. I mean, 4 gallons of syrup this year. I mean, that's all we need. I mean, it's, besides the candy and the taffy and the sugar and the fudge, it's sticky. It's like it's a very, very thin syrup, you know, sticky enough. And yeah, that just would suck. Well, we use it for pancakes and stuff. We just made maple sugar. Literally looks like granules of sugar, and but a little bit bigger than a normal sugar. And use it on, you know, you can put it in your oatmeal and stuff. We make maple candies, maple hard candy, or the maple it's like a sugar candy. My wife makes some mean fudge, so good. And then you know, syrup for, you know, the regular pancakes and stuff. That's what we use it for. We typically can go a year with what we have. About the whole mountain. Oh yeah, so he's doing a vacuum pump. He's gonna definitely do the vacuum pump. Yeah, that's the only way to do it if you have that many. So Techi, what they do is they tap one tree, attach a tube to it, go to the next tree, attach that tube from the tree to the next tree, 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 and then there's a main line you attach all those trees to, and it literally is like it pulls a slight vacuum, not like it's like sucking the life out of the tree, but it pulls just enough where it actually draws all the sap down to the central distribution, and then you open up a valve and it dumps into the boiler, and you can literally like save yourself all the walking. I mean, I hate to say it's the lazy way to do it, but it's when you have that many taps out there, it's the only way to do it. Thousands of gallons, yeah. I mean, you definitely want to do that with that many taps. I almost did it with my 30. You know, I felt like it was like the next step for me, to be honest with you. Yeah, and you don't lose any. Yeah, you don't trip and lose it. That's honestly, that's the best. So are you yep. So that's the next thing you would buy if you had a that many taps, is an osmosis machine, where it literally like just brings. So the hardest part about mapling, Techi, is taking that sap and boiling it and removing the moisture, because that's all you're doing. You're just taking the moisture out of the syrup, out of the sugar, because the maple trees just have this natural sugar, and you take all the moisture out of it. Well, they have this osmosis machine that actually takes like 50 or 60% of the water out of the sap, and then you can just boil it, which takes like so much less time. Is amazing. Yeah, it's pretty close. It's pretty much osmosis like that. Drink whiskey and boil. Yep. So I have a shed. So my problem is it takes me longer to boil. Yep, and it cleans it. So it takes me longer to boil because my boiler is literally a barrel boiler that sits outside. If I were to put it in my garage, it would it's much warmer. You know, it keeps the garage warmer, and when everything is warmer, it boils that much faster. The guy I was talking to when I went to his maple place, he has an osmosis machine. He says there's well, maybe it's not called the osmosis machine, but there is a machine that they use that takes like a majority of the water out and cuts down the boiling process. Yeah, and you're not in the elements. So like a lot of the times, so I have like a 10-foot stack, like my chimney coming off my boiler. It used to be 2 foot, and then I got a lot of like flakes of like soot and stuff in my sap, so I went 6 feet, and it cut down a lot, but I was still getting some, so I put another 4 feet stack on top of it. Well, if you're inside and that stack's going outside, you don't have anything dropping into your syrup either, which is pretty nice because it's a lot less filtering, a lot cleaner, a lot less. Sometimes you get a little bit of smoky taste to your syrup because you know, billowing smoke blows all around, and sometimes it kind of like comes down and it billows across your syrup and causes it all to get basically smoke from your wood into your syrup. Not a lot, but I can definitely tell when it's a windy day or if it's a non-windy day. You know, it just makes the difference. Makes a huge difference in the taste of the syrup. So, damn, it's effing hot in my stream room right now. So how's work going, Soul? How's life in Maine, man? Nice. Everybody good? Family's good? I haven't seen Dustin in like a month. Yeah, spring just hit like a couple days ago here, pretty much. So, 2 days ago, I had sap filling up the buckets. I emptied it day before yesterday, all the buckets into the container, expecting some sap when I went out today. Bone dry. Oh, nice. He's got a new girlfriend. That's cool. Man, hopefully she's good for him. I know he's just stressing out about that, his ex with his child. You know? That sucks. I'm so thankful I'm not in a situation like that. But, you know, I grew up as a kid with you know, my dad wasn't around, and long story short, bad relationships with my mom, and I ended up telling myself when I was growing up and I was going to have a family that I was not going to be like that. And it was going to be a totally different situation for my kids. My kids are going to grow up with both parents, and we weren't going to fight over, you know, each other, other kids, or, you know, my wife and I had an agreement. You know, we've been married 20 years, so, and not had one big hiccup at all. Maybe little tiny things, but, you know, such is life. But, you know, I have all my friends, every single one, like around my good friends, you know, growing up, except one friend, all of them been married and divorced in the time since my wife and I got married to now. So well, I guess we're we balance out the average of length of marriage. Stereoville maple syrup. Okay, I'll definitely check that out. Nice. So we had oh yeah, maple cream. I don't know if that's what you call. Oh yeah, that's another thing we make, maple cream. It's awesome on toast, Tetchy. You take some maple cream, put it on toast. Oh my gosh, so good. I take it and put it on pancakes. I'll like spread it on my pancake and just have it like that. Yep. So basically it's maple syrup on toast, because all you do is you cook it down to the point where you stir it and you stir it and you stir it and you stir it, and it turns into almost like a butter. It's so damn good. So Tetchy, what do you guys have in Europe that we like that's like pretty much specific to you guys that we don't. Do you have anything? I mean, we took your French fries. Or what? Not French fries, but poutine. It's like French fries, gravy, cheese. You drink a gallon every year. Dude, I cannot drink that much. Oh my gosh. Birch sap, yep. I was going to tap birch trees, but it hasn't been cold. It's not going to be cold enough. And that fire is loud. In the wind. The ambient noise. Okay. You live in a very resourceful area? Yeah. I heard kind of opposite. I heard that if you drink it, sometimes you get this like bacteria in it. It can cause your guts to be like, what the fuck? Something's beating on something outside. I hear something hitting something. Where the hell is it? I know one time one year I was drinking some of the sap water and ended up getting sick. Hey, Soul, thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. You were gonna get on and play, but you're not now. I get it. We'll have to get on and play sometime. I was actually gonna play yesterday, but you were playing ranked. Peace out, Girl Scout. All right, this is our Coliseum. This is where Hit Me Up Gaming is gonna have its battles. Oh my God, is this part of the fucking Coliseum gone? Oh, thank freaking God, dude. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I saw nothing loaded, and I thought the whole fucking Coliseum broke. This was built. There's the throne. Oh, damn. I almost died right in the Coliseum. That would have been the first death. I almost died jumping off the 10-foot ledge. That would have sucked. to be labeled the first death of the Colosseum. And it wouldn't even been a battle. That would have sucked. All right. It's kind of looking better. I'm just trying to clear it out a little bit so you can see it from down at the water. I'm trying to make a pathway going up to this. Because from where it's at right now, it's not very visual. So we're gonna kind of make it look better. I'm gonna try to smooth this whole area out, and try to build a pit for the trolls, maybe. And I'm gonna build a giant ass wall along here. And I'm gonna try to build a stone wall, so we don't get mobs like running and breaking our shit. Well, nothing's been here to destroy my table, which is pretty incredible, to be honest with you. Usually mobs destroy my table first. Come on, hit the fucking stump. What the hell? What the hell? Whatever, dude. I can pickaxe it, but I can't hit it with a fucking axe. Bunch of bullshit. my pickaxe, pickaxing a piece of wood. Hey, look at that. Look at that big sexy dude. Where are you going? He's like, yeah, I don't want any of that, dude. That dude just shot me right in the butt. He's gone. I'm the kind of guy that I have to clean everything up. And I'll spend hours doing it to make it right. Very picky. Uh-oh. Whew. Getting a little warm. Yep. Yeah, Whisper. PUBg probably Sunday. Either PUBg or maybe some Apex Legends. We will see. I have to do some Warzone in case we do the tournament. In case I actually enter into the tournament. To get my feet wet again. They're all broken. And I can just feel the heat rolling in off my mining equipment right now. Holy crap. I gotta open a door. Be right back, chat. Okay. So the goal is to take this whole section of rock out, clear all this area out, and make a big dock system right there, and then make an actual cobblestone pathway and a gate, a metal gate type thing, and build a pretty significant wall right here. And then some stairs to go up and stuff. But and put some spikes, because you can lay there's fencing that has sharp points on it. There's a mod you can get for the game where you can tilt them to the side, so it's like a spike, so the mobs won't come up because they'll get stabbed by the spikes. Here comes the pickiness in me. Hey, I'm actually hitting the stump now. See how far I can go down before I hit cobblestone, not cobblestone, but the bottom layer. Trying to get this to the point where there's water. See how deep I can go. I think that's as far. It looks like. Damn. You can pretty much go down one. I'm gonna build a fence area of some sort. Or a dock, I should say. The fog is rolling in. Shit. There's a bush in the water now. Yeah, I don't know how deep I can go with this before my pickaxe gets put away. Trying to go as deep as I can, but we'll start with the top layer. Get it out of the way. The deer swimming. Well, I know you're trying to get away, buddy. But you're not getting away. D. I got something to show you. You let me know when you're I know you drop in and say something trollish and then leave, but I have something I have to show you. Let me know when you if you're still here. All right. All right. I gotta make a run. I'll show it to you. As soon as I actually get some stamina. How's your shoulder, by the way? I haven't talked to you in like 2 weeks. Don't mind me. This is like 4 stories. Hey man, whatever works. Now at least you're now a switch hitter. Yeah. You call it physical therapy, I call it physical therapy. You know what I'm saying? So we made this your bed, and this is your pillow. You know how you had your bed, you placed your bed here, okay? This is your pillow, right here. A troll head. Made that just for you. Passy made it. You lay inside that, and your head will be inside that. It looks like you have a big bobblehead. And it's your bed. It says right there, D's Nuts bed. So you are the ultimate troll. Oh, I was dying when Passy showed me. He's like, look what because I was like, oh man, it'd be cool if we could put like a troll right above his bed. A troll head, you know?
Work there, dude.
D, thank you very much. You didn't have to send me stars, bro. Thank you very much, though. Yeah, I figured you'd get a kick out of it. I've been trying to show you for 4 days. Every time you're like, look out for that mosquito, or look out for that cockroach, or and I'm like, D, come on, check this out, come on, and you don't respond. You're gone. And yeah, you better, dude. Dude, you have to come back and at least battle in the Hit Me Up Gaming Coliseum. Trying to finish up Odyssey. What is that? What's Odyssey? Oh, is that the Assassin's Creed or something, or what is that? Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're just gonna walk in and be like, "What is up?" No, that's cool. You know what? I hate having a game and not playing it if I bought it. You know, I have so many games that I had on my PlayStation 3 that I never played, or my original, you know, the Xbox I still haven't played. Yeah, fuck this. I'm gonna repair this before I leave. How's Nico doing? Is he get his driver's license yet? Oh yeah, motherfucker. Take that, biatch. Oh my god, that's right. He was driving. You can let... were you letting him drive for like... Or can they drive? I don't know at that age. What age they can start learning. Hello? All right, D. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for watching. Glad you could see your troll. Thanks for the stars again. Thank you for the like. Thank you so much. Muchos gracias. Did I say that right, D? Hello? Passy? Are you there? D-Max 777 out.
Test. Oh, there we go.
Test, test, test.
Possibly. No, I just can't hear anything. Awesome.
I hear you.
Hello?
Yeah.
There's always something.
I hear you, Passy. Oh, Lotus, I see you.
Hello?
Yes.
Oh my god. Am I loud or am I quiet?
No, you're about normal.
Oh god. What the fuck is going on? Dude, my sound. Maybe it's my headset, maybe. Dude, I tried to test my voice. It was like I couldn't even hear myself in my own voice cast on Discord.
Oh, really?
And then I look down, it's like there's something that says I have something that there's a bar I must have clicked that says automatically determine input sensitivity.
Mm-hmm.
It's green and your beautiful voice is playing perfectly. But it isn't playing perfectly when you test to see what it sounds like.
Right.
Oh my god, I got into this like some metal I hadn't heard yet, and I was like, oh shit.
That's cool.
Oh, dude, my notifications are killing me. Discord, I gotta shut all those fuckers off.
Yeah, I muted mine somehow. Because I was getting so many.
Dude, it's non-stop.
Somebody does everyone and you're on like 10, 20 servers. It's like somebody says everyone on every server all the time. And it's like, dang.
You join, everything is got a noise. I don't care about any of those noises. They need to have like a line that's just shut off all.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know when someone disconnects or I deafen myself.
So I pretty much destroyed Evil's thing down here at the bottom of the water.
Oh yeah? Give it the hammer of justice.
Yeah, I just knocked out the ground underneath it and it fell.
That definitely will cause
And it, you know, I don't know if you knew what the whole setup was going to be, but
my fucking game is real choppy right now. It's strange. It was working so good the other day. Oh, what's up? Weird.
yeah, I haven't been able to watch that video yet. I'm definitely going to though.
So both those songs from Michael Vale, super awesome, and did not know that those songs came out last year with their last album, and they are really good. I was blown away. And the live one is just reaction video. The live one is awesome.
Yep. Yeah, I love reaction videos.
Dude, the energy is just insane. Then I was sitting in my chair listening to music with my fucking new buds.
Yep.
I got with my phone and they got noise canceling and I can't hear anything outside of the headphones. And I got my fucking red devil mask on.
Nice.
And my wife's friend that used to live across from us, Lizzie, her, what? What's over there? What? Come back. And, she's back home for about a month from Japan, where kids and husband are, and she's staying here for the weekend, and, she come. Well, I was like, go scare her. And I went into the bathroom and she just didn't know what to say. She's just like leaning against the ceiling. She's like, what the fuck?
Awesome.
I couldn't hear anything. I just the headphones are so accurate. Although they do fall out of my little ears, I guess. But when they do stay in, they're really good.
Yep. Yeah, I have a problem wearing earbuds. My wife got me those Sures, and I was gonna wear them for streaming and stuff. I can't. It hurts my ears, even if I put the small buds in. And I can't hear as well.
I think I have to wear the smalls or big, or the mediums, but like my ones, my Buds Plus, stay in my ears really good. I mean, these won't stay in when I'm sleeping because I wear them when I'm sleeping sometimes. So I listen to like fan noises and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And but when I'm just sitting here, I don't know if it's because my ears get sweaty or maybe when I'm like making faces or something, my ears move. I don't know if they start sliding out and I can tell I can hear a little bit more outside of the headphones that I want, and I switch them back in. But, yeah, I don't know. Dude, like I go to sleep with my earbuds in at night. Sometimes though, if I do it too much, then my ears start hurting real bad.
Mm-hmm.
Just like it's rubbing it raw.
Yep. Yeah, my wife's she's deaf in one ear, so she has hearing aids, and it's quite interesting for her trying to wear her friggin' hearing aids. She complains it hurts all the time, and I'm like, how bad can they be? And then I look at them and they're like this, like,
Hard ass plastic.
yeah, like, oh my gosh.
I couldn't imagine. I really couldn't.
Yeah, she's deaf in one ear, so, and she's like
Yeah.
40% deaf in her other ear, so.
Your shower's fine. I haven't put it in there. You can tell if you looked in there, there would be white around the top of the shower head. Try to not get water on the shower head, on the faucet here about. Right? You can. That means just don't stand on the wall and wash your hair. Point it up a little bit and stand back a little bit. It moves. It's not going to hurt anything. You move it back. You're not going to get any taller. Don't worry. You're the same height forever. Little.
Haha, must be your daughter.
I'm 5'11". I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're tiny and you have little carny hands.
Poor Amari.
They're smaller than my hands. I don't care. They're strong. They're better than me. Nice. Oh, man. Yeah, it's tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, she's done growing, probably.
She is. Definitely is. Oh. God. I checked my Discord and I had a message from Eagle and it was just a image of the anime season 5 for call me a loser, I kick you in your. They are when there's gunshots, and I don't have them on my ear. My ears hang off the back. Yeah, au revoir. Here, I hear you. My High School Academia, season 5, I guess is coming out. He sent me like a screenshot from his phone or something. That's all he sent me. I don't know. I liked it. I haven't really watched the anime in a bit.
Oh, My Hero Academia is like amazing. I love it.
No, it's really good. I watched favorite fight is when he oh, I don't know what the guy's name is, but the guy can take people's powers. Overflow.
All for one. One for all.
No, not him. Shit. It's this other guy. It's when he had the little girl on his back, and she can pretty much.
Oh yeah.
And he fights that guy. That fight scene is like.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, the guy who actually like can like basically repair his body. He could destroy it and then put it back together.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, this won't go down any farther, will it? This
No.
one right here?
I'm gonna hoe it out.
Yeah, hoe this out.
I feel like I'm in New Hampshire right now. All these like gigantic granite boulders overhanging like, and it's just like one of these days they're gonna fall down and squash somebody.
When I was in Connecticut, like it was so weird because like everyone's yard had like a gigantic ass boulder in it.
Yep.
And I was like, what the fuck? They're like, oh, those probably dropped here back in the day from the icebergs that come floating through that carved this area. I'm like, well, that's fucking super cool.
Yeah. So there's a boulder. I have a picture. I'll show it to you sometime. It's the biggest boulder in the world because it's not a part of a mountain. It's just a gigantic fucking boulder, and it's huge, and it's it does this kind of overhanging thing like this one is over here where I'm at, and you can like walk under it, and it looks like we had a picture. I told the kids to get under it with me. It looks like we're pushing it, lifting it off the ground. It's pretty awesome.
I'm gonna tell you right now, this new hole mechanic where you can't mash your fucking level sucks. I don't like the delay.
Yeah.
I really like smashing it and just hearing it, just watching it flatten out. And right now,
So I was
not liking the fact.
I cleared most of the area up around here just so you could see the friggin' Coliseum from down there. So I'm gonna try to clean it up a little bit more, and then I'm gonna work on a big stone wall.
Yep.
Make it look clean.
So it's not all edgy.
Yeah. Just build a whole huge stone wall, then fill it in around it.
So I redid my stone arch the other night. It looks better now.
Where's that overhang? Am I near it?
It's that boulder on the right in front of you.
Is it right here? Okay.
No, it's not right there. It's farther. It's
Oh,
in the rock.
oh, down.
It's in front of you.
Right here?
Yep, that's it. Right underneath you.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I got on. He's in here now, but he's muted. Because I got on, and I was, like, out of it. I was so hungry, and I was in a bad fucking mood. I got off and went and ate, and I came back, and, like, I was like, oh, I got, like, this idea. And I started messing with it. I was like, man, I don't know if this is going to work. So I put a bunch of iron wood down, and I was like, well, we're going to build around this, and then I'll start removing iron wood, and if it falls in the water...
Oh, pick up the pieces.
Yep.
What's up?
What's up, dude?
Don't be mad.
Don't be mad. What?
So I
Or what?
was evening out the terrain after I finished building the lighthouse to kind of like make that one missing little connecting bridge from the lighthouse to the thing. And one of your blocks fell. I put it back, but I don't have the precise rotating thing, so it's not like at that little angle. It's there. I like it did one of those weird things where like it like went up and then
Yeah, I almost destroyed the Coliseum
and then they put
earlier.
How would you almost destroy something that's like 4,000 blocks?
Well, when I was chopping up over here somewhere, I was just like chunk, 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 chunk. I went underneath the Coliseum.
Yeah, I mean that would destroy it. It would just definitely cause that bottom piece to turn green.
It was green,
Yeah, it should be okay.
but I took it and repaired the ground. I was in a panic. I'm like, oh my god, where's the rock? I gotta find some rock. Oh my god.
Green.
I also
You got about 10 seconds.
I like downloaded the mods to try and get the precise rotation thing, but I couldn't figure out how to like I got them all installed, but every time I tried to run the game and like join the server, it would say like invalid session or some shit, and I was like,
All right, so for your mods, I'm not sure where if you put them in your plugins folder with your Beppin X.
okay, hold on. I got the 7, and then I got this thing called RT, which basically like is like an app you can go in there, like a game. It lets you turn on and off. So when you're doing
So when you use that, it'll work really good for like an individual server. But since this is a dedicated server, you'll try to log in and it'll say like not the right
I have to manually install the files in the folder.
yeah, you just have to manually go into your Valheim folder and then you drop them into you put the Beppin X in there and
Weapon X is I did that before, and I recorded it, so I just like dropped it in there.
oh then you just go into the Beppin X folder into the plugin section and you just copy the DLL files from the mods and you just put them in the plugin, and then when you start the game up, it'll put in config files into the config folder for each mod, and then after that you can go in and edit your config files so you can change some of the buttons to make them how you want them. What? You probably put too much shit on it. Did you wash it before you put it on? You go wash it off if it's burning. Did you stick your arm in your butt?
Poor Carter.
It shouldn't be. It hasn't itched all day. But you've been fine. Oh my god. Poor Carter.
Yeah.
So I just take this Wayland mod DLL file, and I copy that into the plugin.
You just need to go into your Wayland mod. The Wayland mod's gonna be weird because I think you gotta have a lot of mods for that one to have it to work. I think well that's the weird thing. Mine, I have a file. I wonder if I could send it to you. Through an email or something like through this game. See, I thought when I look on the mod thing, Thunder the Wolf or whatever the fuck it is I went through, this one was on there. Now it wasn't getting updated. Well, it says it's updated. Oh, I just put it in there, that's why. But it's called Precision Rotation. Now, when I look it up on the mods, it's the same one. But I don't think it does the same stuff, but it doesn't need any of the other stuff. The Wayland mods, I think you need Wayland Core. And I don't know if you need anything else. You need just Wayland Core. I know some of Wayland stuff you need like 12. So you could go into the Beppin X file. Just open Beppin X and then you'll see plugins. And then in the plugin file you should already see the Beppin X DLL. Valheim display Beppin X info. DLL. That should be in there. Okay, now all you need to do for the Wayland file, I'm guessing, is just take the DLL file, just copy it, and then just copy and then paste it in that plugins folder. And you probably would have to do it for Whaling Core mod too, I would imagine. I don't have that one, so. I almost downloaded it because I was going to put that one in there, and I thought I was going to have to delete all my mods yesterday. I was on my creative server, and I accidentally spawned in a level 10 Draugr archer, and he hit me for like 100 hit points with one arrow. And I was like, oh shit! And I had to hit kill all, and I killed him, and he dropped like, I don't know, 60 entrails and his bow, and I accidentally picked up his bow, and I don't think we're supposed to have it, and it fucking bugged my character out, and I couldn't drop items. So I had to spawn in a level 4, spawn in a level 3 troll and just let him kill me, so I could just freaking, I could just die and not have any inventory items, and I just left all my stuff on my corpse and made new items.
Yeah, sucks.
My character. Yeah, I was like, I think I'm gonna have to delete my character because I can't get my stuff off. Oh my god, it's fun. Damn it. And they say be careful with some of the mods, so that's what I get. That's what I get. Well, good luck in your freaking rank, man.
Oh, you're playing rank tonight?
Yeah, he's got ranked. I think decay. I think that's the last thing. I don't understand PUBg right now, man. So they put a thing out on their patch notes, so that they're going to be doing.
Yeah.
So they said, we noticed that a lot of people aren't using their old seasons like rank emblems that they earned.
Mm-hmm.
So from now on, you'll only be able to use, I'm hoping the wording was wrong on their tweet, you'll only be able to use the current season's emblem. So the emblem you just earned, you can only use it for that season. They said it for that season, like if you got a rank 10 emblem, you can only use it in rank 10, but don't you only get your emblems after the season?
Right.
So, but what happens if you only played rank 9 and you for some reason couldn't play rank 10 and then their season don't have it?
Wow, it's nice and bright over here.
But you want to use your season 9 emblem because you don't have a 10.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see where there was like a problem with people using.
Right? I mean, it is stupid shit like that.
That's something that's frustrating with PUBg. Like the whole map thing too. Like it was how long? It was 4 months ago that we got.
I might download an emulator for PUBG Mobile on my PC.
It was 4 months ago when all the Paramo and the Haven stuff started, you know?
Yeah.
And then we're not getting a new map or anything. We're not getting anything. But they're nerfing the Morel. Oh yeah, they also they made the Scar stronger, so now the Scar is pretty much stronger than the Og.
Really? Why? Isn't the AUG a freaking crate?
Yeah. So what's the purpose of the Og now?
What the hell?
Dude, it's like they only change stuff because people start bitching like, oh, the morale is too strong. Okay, the morale was fucking horrible forever because the recoil was ridiculously bad.
Yeah.
Then they made it wrong, and then because it was a 7.62 level, everyone was using it because they could manage the recoil. And then they're like, oh, people are complaining because that's the only gun people are using, which is totally true. Not everyone just uses that. I guess it's maybe competition they did. So, oh, we're gonna add some recoil. Then they're gonna add some more recoil. Now they just added more vertical and more vertical recoil, a good chunk of vertical recoil, and then something else to it. I'm like, they made the VSS stronger.
Oh, thank you.
What did it need to be stronger at?
Oh, dude, that gun was ridiculously strong anyways.
I know. What What?
I was using it as a main weapon.
I don't. You could use it as a sniper or an SMG.
Yep.
Sometimes I wonder, like, where, like, what are they getting numbers from, and what do they decide? They're like, you know what? Let's just piss everybody off.
Yeah.
We can go do that. Let's not make the VSS stronger. Oh yeah, and we'll nerf the freaking SLR, so no one uses it. And we'll make the Mini 14 stronger also.
Oh, they needed to do that.
Yeah.
That gun sucked.
It still has that really awesome first 2 bullets.
Yeah.
Like, instant, if you're good with it. I'm horrible with it, but
Yeah, Pub is pretty good with it. He knows it.
I just think it's crazy that they just weird stuff. The weapon stuff, and then we're gonna bring back Karama with new game modes.
Yeah.
Thanks. Just get rid of Haven, bring back Karamo. Get rid of.
They're taking Haven out completely, so it's not in that.
It will be gone. Yeah.
Well, that's a bunch of bullshit.
So Haven will be completely gone, and then.
They should run it back to duos again.
There's so many fucking skellies here.
They should have like single maps, single player maps, duo maps, squad maps.
I mean, I like the fact they're gonna add this emergency thing in. I mean, for some maps it's kind of cool. The big maps, I think it's gonna be really sweet. I don't think it needs to be on the small maps because it's kind of stupid. But the cord thing looks really cool. It does look cool. There's an image of like a squad being pulled in by the fucking hook. And it looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's really cool. But some of the other stuff they decide, it's just, it's really cheap. It's like they don't know exactly who their player base is.
Mm-hmm.
They're not pulling before. They just did I just got a thing on my Xbox account, on my email for my Xbox.
Yeah.
Did a survey for PUBg. Asking me, you know, how often I play, stuff like that. Like, what's funny is it came to my Xbox thing, but most of it was asking me about console stuff. Or PC stuff, console gaming.
Of course.
Yeah, because my PC, I don't know if my PC PUBg accounts are next to the same email. It might be. But it was like, at the end of it, it was like, how would you feel if we added stuff into the game that you could do to help your squad that wasn't just shooting? And I was like, what do you mean? And then it was like, what would you think about putting, being able to set traps, like tripwires? And then, or if you had the ability to, mark players from a farther distance so you could let people know where they're at.
Better marking system, yes.
A better marking system, but it was like, you were going to be like a spotter, is what you would be. You would have like a role.
Yeah. And that would be my role.
There's like a bunch of weird, like, I don't know, there's some weird stuff. A lot of it I just said no. I said 100% yes for better marking. And I said...
Tripwire and stuff, that's more of a... That's going to turn the
like
game into
revive.
camping.
They're like a revive thing. Because I'm a big advocate for the ability to revive or call in to revive a player.
Yeah.
Mostly because some of the games are long as shit, and if your teammate dies,
Yeah, it sucks. Yeah. Yeah, I like the way they do it in Call of Duty, where you go to a certain place, and you can pay to have somebody come in.
Like, I kind of like the fact that the game could have the ability to grow and kind of change as it grows, instead of just being the same for the last 4 years.
So what do you think about this? So let's say your teammate dies, right? And you end up killing the team that killed your teammate. You should be able to get like certain things off of their, like, it's almost like a, not money, but some sort of like experience almost for killing the team. And then you could use that as at a station to buy your teammate back.
Oh yeah, I get you. Sounds kind of cool. That was when you said that brought back memory. That was one of the things that they wanted. So you could have an ability that you could maybe loot someone's box harder than normal.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could see where you could see into the buildings and see if there's what loot's in a building. That would be an ability.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I don't want any of that shit.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
is this PUBG Mobile?
I mean, what is this? Apex
Free
now?
Fire or whatever the hell it is.
It's Apex with that one girl that I can
Yeah.
see all the
Yep.
cool weapons. I'm gonna go over here. So I don't know. They put that out and I was like, what? Survey? I'll take it. What's the hardest thing do you think to learn? They were like, should there be a tutorial and what should be in it for beginners? Should there be a tutorial for new players? For one, you're not gonna handle new players. Number two, no one reads a tutorial.
Right.
If you're gonna give them kind of the first, like, okay, you gotta play this tutorial before you start, it would be like just a quick, hey, this is what your inventory looks like, and this is how you loot a box, and this is how you put your attachments on.
Mm-hmm.
It may be like a gun range where you show them how to hold the recoil, but it wasn't like console. It was all PC questions.
Yeah, they don't give a shit about consoles.
And then today I was waiting for my daughter. What's that, Friday? Oh, Thursday. We got that. Her and I have a doctor's appointment. So I picked her up, and while I was waiting for her, there was a YouTube video about a new controller this person has like concepted, and they put a YouTube video on it. I don't know. They probably put a copyright on it first before they did that. It would be dumb if they didn't. I don't think it's gonna be a good controller, but it was like a regular controller, but half of the controller they like designed a little thumb pad that's like a mouse, an optical mouse. Be like where your joystick and half your controller is kind of like a mouse pad.
Nice.
And you move that around. And I was like, you know, the idea is super cool, man. But the problem is you're still using just your thumb.
Yep.
But not only that, now where are your buttons at? Because you got 4 buttons that you use your thumb for. Unless you have paddles on your controller. But then you gotta learn how to use the paddles if you've never used those before, and that shit sucks.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking hard to learn to use all 4, or if you use 4 paddles. And if you gotta put 4 buttons on the bottom, because the thumb piece would be like attached to your thumb almost. You'd have to like, either it stuck to the board and it just moved around, or it was on your thumb and you had to put it on there. But I was like, cool idea, man, but it's still, I don't see how it would be, how it's even, all these people in there. Oh, dude, if you drop a Kickstarter, I'll drop some money. This is the best idea ever. If you need someone to test it out, I'm like, what are you talking about? Best idea ever. It's different, but that's the smallest mouse pad you've ever used in your life.
Yeah.
You don't see any.
Look at these
PC
motherfuckers.
players
This
playing
came
on
swimming in.
You don't see any PC players playing on a 3-inch by 3-inch mouse pad. I was like, there's a reason they have more precise movements, because they can move their arm almost 20 inches in every direction.
Mm-hmm.
They can pick the mouse up and, you know, oh, my hand's in the wrong position. I'll just pick it up and it won't move, and I'll just move it all the way to the top of the mouse pad, and now I have, you know, another 18 inches I can play with.
Yep.
I was like, oh. There was like 100 comments on there. These people just, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. you're gonna. This is like innovation. And I was like, you guys are dumb. This is what happens. All these kids drop monies on all these Kickstarters, and then the shit never happens, or it comes out and they're like, man, that's stupid.
Right.
I think there's a game. I think starts now. When it starts it soon? Might have been another PC game. Millions of dollars people kickstarted this thing. It's been in production for like 8 years. It's never come out. Never come out.
Yeah, that's what Kurt Schilling should have did.
What's that?
That's what Kurt Schilling should have done with his fantasy game that he put out. He spent like $60 million. He borrowed like $60 million from the state of Rhode Island. And
this doesn't have to be totally smoothed out because we're going to use the steps. So
yeah, I know. I just like to. I don't know.
I hear you.
I'm super picky.
I'd like to make it smooth. I think it would look super sweet.
I'm trying to make it all like gravelly look. Get rid of the green, but
Ooh, you know what? I've never tried the precision mode with my house. I wonder if my precision mode's even working. What the fuck? It's not. Why isn't it working? That one's working. Oh, I know why I'm trying to put that back right there.
so
Go to that. Oh, there it
so
is.
D-Mac stopped in, and I showed him his bed. He's dying. He was laughing his ass off. He said,
Did you lay in it?
"No, he didn't. He didn't come on." But he was laughing. I told him, I said, "When you come on, you can lay in that." He says he's gonna come on eventually again.
Why did he stop?
He's been playing Assassin's Creed, a ton of it, trying to finish the game.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. Good for him.
I was like, wow, at least you're finishing something. Because it's been a long time since I did a game where I actually finished it.
It's hard to finish those types of games, man. I've been looking at some single-player RPG games I was gonna maybe give a go. I just can't, like, the Genshin Impact game is, you know, it's free, so I was like, well, I'll just check it out real quick and just see kind of what it's about. And it's kind of like Zelda, Breath of the Wind, and looks kind of cool, but not really. I don't know.
So I figured out you go sideways down the hill, it smooths it out.
A little bit.
But if you go upwards, it cuts like edges.
So you can hold your shift button if you're high or low. If you hold your shift key, it kind of levels out from the middle. Like instead of taking it all the way up or taking it all the way down, it kind of supposed to average it out. But that doesn't always work the best. So I'm messing with this
Precision.
this freaking ankles. This precision thing, dude. Right now, the little arrow that's in the middle, the little line that shows you, you know, if it's too low from what you're leveling. It's right now I have it the circle right in front of me, and the little line that's in the middle of the circle is shooting all the way over to the right wall.
Oh, really?
I'm leveling out that wall. Or I'm bringing the wall up, I guess. I don't know. Kind of weird. Not exactly sure how this is working, but
Dude, this is actually working. That's awesome.
yeah, it's these parts right here. It's like in the middle. Like you could start. It's weird. It's like you can start and then you get all the way to the top, and then you're like, you look down it and you're like, well, it looked super smooth when I was moving.
Yeah.
And then you look down and it looks like someone just beat up like a thing
Yep.
hamburger with a stick.
Yeah.
The fuck, it's all lumpy.
Yep.
I thought my shit looked so good the other day when I was doing that road, the first road I ever did, and I was like, what the hell? That's horrible. See, they need to put something on it where you can rotate it. So I'd like to be able to rotate my the circle to the right or to the left or up or down.
Mm-hmm.
So it has like an angle on it instead of, oh, look at me. I just gotta try to chop this thing up. It sucks. Oh, man. Yeah, but I was looking at a game called Phoenix Rising, which is on Xbox, and came out, I think, in December, maybe a little bit after, maybe February, I don't know. No, not February. I think it's been out a little bit on that. It's RPG, and it's kind of like Greek god type thing.
Mm-hmm.
It looks pretty cool, and it's got good reviews, and it looks good, and it's kind of goofy. It doesn't take itself too serious. It's got some stuff in it that's kind of funny. But every one of the games, it looks good. It looks a lot like the Phoenix Rising or like the Breath of the Wild Zelda game, but open world RPGs, I can't follow the story. Like,
Yeah, I used to.
I want to do other stuff, and I get kind of bored with it.
Yep.
I tried to force myself to play that Genshin Impact last night, and I like killed some mobs, and I was like, ugh, too much talking in this.
Yeah, not enough action.
Yeah, too much character talking with other characters.
Yep.
I don't remember. I got off and then I didn't know what I did last night. Nothing. I watched the anime, I think.
I did more maple syrup.
I think there was what was it called?
The reincarnated one.
Yeah, as a slime.
Yeah, I haven't seen that yet, but I've seen it on.
I don't know what it is. Like, I watched the first season. The first season was good. It was really good, and it got me kind of addicted to it. And but the second season kind of started. It didn't start off slow. First episode was alright. This last episode was so good. I've watched it like 3 times.
Really?
Yeah, it was awesome. I was like, this is so good. And it's the world building part of it that I really like. And how it's kind of like not just the main character, it's like the whole world that you're kind of learning about.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that. The spider one, so what? I'm a spider, which is kind of like the same premise. They died, they got
Reincarnated. Yep.
As a spider. That one's kind of cool. It's different. It's kind of weird too. It hasn't really caught me like this one. This one's really good. I'm trying to get my daughter to watch it, but she only watches dub because she's fucking weird.
Yeah. I'm trying to find the. All right, so I'm on Hulu, right? And I've been watching One Punch Man, and I was like, man, it's weird. It's like the storylines, like it like didn't finish the storyline, and I was like, that's weird. And I'm like, well, whatever. And then I'm watching, and my son Nick goes to me, he goes, well, Dad, Hulu's missing like 12 episodes. And I'm like, what? And I went and looked, and the numbers of the episodes was like 12 episodes different. So that's why I missed the whole storyline. And it's like in between like the whole
Yeah, I wondered because you said you were watching like the part you were watching. I was like, damn, you got there real fast. You must have binging the shit out of that.
Oh, I did binge it, but I missed 12 episodes, and I'm out. I ran out of episodes. I don't. I know Crunchyroll only has like 1 season.
It's probably the first season.
Yeah, that's all they have. So I got to figure out a way to
No.
watch it.
They got Crunchyroll has 4 seasons now.
What?
Well, it has 2 seasons. A second season on it now.
When did they put the second?
I don't know.
Must have been today or yesterday.
The reason it says 4 seasons is because I said 4 seasons because I hit search and it says 4 seasons, but that's because I think it counts.
2 subs and 2 dubs.
Yeah. Although I believe that. I don't know if that's true. Because it says those are there. But I'm really looking at it. It says season 2, episode 1. And then season 2, episode 12, which is. No.
Yeah, so that's what happened to me.
Yeah.
I lost the whole
That's
season,
all-
basically half of a season.
That's all that's there, even though it says they have it all.
Dude, when I level this out, it reverts back to the rock. Eventually. I leveled this whole thing out and it went right back to the rock.
That's weird. Why does it say that? I mean, and it's funny is that it should have it. It literally shows Garl wasn't even in the first season, the second.
Yeah, I know. Well, he was part. So it was like, all of a sudden I'm watching and then it shows Garo like injured. I'm like, what the hell is he injured from?
Oh wait, he was. Wait, was Garl wasn't around when he fought Boro?
No.
Yeah, so like the first the screen on Crunchyroll shows everything from the last season, from the tournament with the wig.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't have those episodes in here.
Yeah, I watched the tournament. When
Weird.
when the dude that he lost to by disqualification in the tournament got his like legs broken and everything, and that monster he's like he goes don't go looking for him, you're gonna die, and all of a sudden you hear and you see the bad guy's head just land on the freaking one. It was awesome.
So Netflix has one season, just the first season. That came out in 2015.
Yeah, I can't find the missing episodes. I was thinking about just renting it on Amazon or something.
Might be able to watch it on YouTube. Oh, I end up watching a lot of stuff on YouTube. Just sometimes you can.
Yeah, I want to watch Seven Deadly Sins.
Oh man, it's been so good.
Next will be next to what's next.
So good.
What you mean?
Well, that's weird.
That's right, Tetchy.
Why would they do that? So I'm looking at Hulu right now,
Yeah, that's what I.
and it has
Mm-hmm.
dub and sub mixed.
Yeah. But there's missing episode. There's like a whole missing like series. Like it was like weird. I was watching and all of a sudden he's playing a video game with King and I'm like, when did he meet King? And eventually it does like a foreshadowing episode. But I'm guessing he got in a battle somehow with someone like in the 12 episodes that are missing. Something like 12 episodes. It's definitely missing stuff because I can't find it. It was like a huge chunk.
It's funny as it says 24 episodes, but that's because.
Petchy, thank you for the host.
Together. What the hell?
Yeah, that's what happened. So I was just like, all right, well I guess I'll find it eventually. I might just buy the DVDs or something. I'm gonna be honest. One Punch Man
I mean,
reminds me as if like Beavis or Butthead was a superhero.
because there's 12 episodes there on my Hulu. I think that's the whole season.
Yeah, but it's like missing like on mine.
24, 22.
Mine shows like season 1 episode something, and then season 2 it like skips like on mine.
Here. I have 12. I'm missing episode 12. No, I have episode 13.
Well, it depends. You may have already watched them, right?
I haven't watched my Hulu before. I think I watched mine up on Kiss Anime back in the day.
Oh, okay.
But I definitely have 12 season 2 episodes.
Yeah, I had season 2, but there's like in mine there's like a gap.
What's the number for yours? Where's the gap?
I'm pulling it up right now. I can't go into it.
It's fucking weird.
Okay. All right, so I'm missing episode 11. Yep.
On season 1?
Season 1 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, so there's no I have no episode 11.
You counted 12. So season 11.
No. Okay, so season 1 I have 12 episodes. So
Yeah.
season 2 it says episode 10. And then
Oh, you're
season 2 says episode 12. And then 13 and 14, 15. So am I crazy to say that does season 2 have episode 1 through?
No. It starts at 13.
So why do I have
Pretty sure. I have to look online, but I'm pretty sure that's where it starts.
All right, so season episode 10. Season 1 episode 10 says Unparalleled Peril. And season 1 episode 12 says Strongest Hero. So if I go to season 2, episode 10 says Justice Under Siege, and episode 13 says Return of the Hero. So I'm missing the first 9 episodes of season 2, and
I think The Return of the Hero is the first episode of season 2. I thought. Because season 2 just added 12 episodes to make it 24 total for 1 and 2, I thought. Because there was only 12 total episodes for season 1.
yeah, well, season 1 episode 12 is the wiping of the disciples' butt. And if you go to episode 12 on season 1,
Okay.
it says The Strongest Hero.
Yeah, the Return of the Hero is episode 1 of season 2. And then the wiping of the disciples' butt is the last episode of season 2.
They got their numbers messed up. That's what fucked me up.
They just what they did is they just didn't separate them, and they just went season 1.
So no wonder when I went
They went-
season 2, episode 10 is Justice Under Siege is the last episode of season 2.
No. That's the second to last episode. On my Hulu, it says episode 22 is Justice Under Siege.
I'm gonna have to go through and rewatch these again because they're all fucking way out of whack. There's like not in correct order.
I'm gonna show you this. This is what my Hulu app looks like. Season 2, just episodes 22, 23. My dub and sub are like in the same thing for some ungodly reason.
Yeah, because season 2 says 27 episodes. Season 1 says 24.
Yeah, it's because they got 12 sub and 12 dubs in each of those. And that's why it says 24, because they're counting dub and sub together. Because these fucking streaming services are done.
Watch, I'll show you this. I'm gonna send you this one, Passy. You can see mine. This is where it confused me.
Oh. That's weird. Yeah, I can see how that would be confusing.
It was like it like sent me like it sent me in like a weirdness, you know, like the storyline didn't start, and then all of a sudden he's playing video games with King, and then all of a sudden he's not, and then he just meets King, and I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Why do they have Justice Under Siege right there?
Season 2, episode 2. That was the first one I watched in the season.
Those 2 episodes before the first episode.
I know. That's why it was like, what? It's just the way they're numbered. They put it in order in numbers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that episode, the first episode that you watched, the what's it called? What's that one?
Justice Under Siege.
That's episode 10.
Yeah.
10, 11, 12, or 9 or something. That's what the hell?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's weird.
That's, you know, and that, I was just like, I'm missing a bunch of episodes. I thought I was missing like a whole season. It's just they put them in the wrong order, and it's just rigged with my head.
What's weird is that I'm on my Hulu app, and you're on your Hulu app, and our Hulu apps are different.
Yeah.
How?
Yeah.
Like seasons of this?
I haven't seen the varieties of Pride.
I didn't know they had 5 seasons of. Holy crap, that's a lot of episodes. Oh, that's dub and sub. Okay. Why is my dub and sub together? Maybe I have to go into my settings.
So, yeah, anyways, I'll have to go and look up the chronological order of everything and watch it again. But I'm still only 2 seasons.
Yeah, that's all there is.
Oh, man, really?
Yeah. Unfortunately. So the last episode of, I don't know if you've watched them all just out of order, but the last episode of season 2 is like It's good, and you get to see Garo, I think, fight Bang and his brother. Bang's brother.
I don't know.
You'll see it. It's probably gonna watch those points up. I think it's the wiping of the disciples' butt is when.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. It says it says it hasn't come out yet for me. It's supposed to air like. If you look at my thing, it says
Well, look at it. Let me see.
upcoming. It says.
I don't know why it says upcoming. It says air date July 2nd, 2019. Unless that was the original air date. Let me check. What the hell? Is it because I have a subscription?
Is that Cartoon Network? What is it on? Adult Swim or something?
One Punch Man?
Yeah.
I'm not really sure. I don't think so. Let's see, One Punch Man. Let me see, season 2. I wonder. It says Viz, I think. I don't know. Dude, I wonder if there's. So I added something onto my Hulu account a while ago for something. That shouldn't have anything to do with it.
So I pay for cable on Hulu. That's my cable company.
Sybil. Where's my account? Yeah, that's me. So I don't. Shit. I gotta remember my damn password. So I can watch I can watch that episode on my Hulu app. That doesn't make any sense. I am not a robot. Oh, palm trees. I had to pick palm trees. Traffic lights. I love these capture things. They're awesome. Oh, crosswalks. There isn't a crosswalk. So, I have a house-based plan, and I think I have a Cinemax add-on watch a season of a TV show that my wife wanted to watch, and that's the only thing I have on my Hulu.
Yeah, I have Hulu with HBO and Cinemax.
So I have just a base Hulu plan. Maybe log out, log back into it, or I don't know, maybe.
I don't know. I'm gonna try to watch it with my wife's account, see if it changes the numbers.
That's so weird.
Not the account, but you know, like you know how you can have multiple people on it.
Yeah, I just noticed my account has 12 devices on it. I have no idea why.
12 devices?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I guess my phone, I guess my old phone might still be on there, but I deleted everything on my phone. I just didn't take it off my device list. My tablet, I guess both my kids' phones, my TV, my wife's phone. Yeah, I guess that could be it. Maybe
See, Netflix is shutting that down.
I don't know how they're gonna shut it down. Really. They talked about it a long time ago. They were trying to enforce it.
Yep.
I just don't know how they're gonna do it.
Yeah. It's weird. It's like that was one of the things of why people bought a Netflix account, so they could share it with their family.
But that's the thing, is you can share it. From what I read about it a while ago, they were still gonna let you share. You can share with your family if it's in the same household,
Mm-hmm.
but not out of household. But how are you gonna know if I'm out of household? If I'm like on a vacation and I'm like TV. I'm like,
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, my IP address will change probably if I'm connected to something, or
Yep.
I've always ran a VPN. I don't know. That's weird. I always, when I started seeing them talk about it, I was like, I thought they gave up on that because they didn't have any way to, there's no way for them to.
Hulu knows.
Hulu knows?
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know how you.
It makes you you have a certain amount of time when you like say you're on vacation. It'll let you use it, but it'll make like within 2 weeks it'll make you log back in on at your house in your IP chain, goes back.
Never had a problem with it before. That's weird.
Yeah. We were on vacation and we logged on and it says you're the owner of this account, it sends me the email, blah blah blah. And so I answered the email and then next time I logged back in excuse me. Next time I logged back in, it made me connect to my internet at the house before I could use it.
That's weird.
Yep.
I don't know how they could do that. That's so crazy, really. I guess my dad can try. He can use my Hulu whenever he wants because I'm always at my house. So if he uses it, I'll just use it the same day.
Yeah.
So I know you can't watch like more than 2 people. I think it's 2 people can watch Hulu at the same time, but more than that, won't let more than 3 devices go on at the same time. I think I read that or something at one point on their thing, which that's fine, whatever. But it's like Prime Video. Like I like my Prime Video, but the shows I like on there.
I have too many subscriptions.
Yeah, I do too.
I gotta cut them down because I have like HBO and Stars and something else on my Amazon account, and I have HBO on my Hulu account, and I have HBO Max.
Yeah, that might be. I had HBO Max, and actually they started adding all those extras to people's account. Like you can get like 3 different things with one thing.
Yep.
Disney Plus, I think, was adding that. You get ESPN Plus and more stuff.
So I don't see DC on HBO Max anymore. I don't see like the actual like portal. They used to have like a Crunchyroll portal. It had a HBO Max portal. It had, DC portal. Like you would click on it and it would bring up all the stuff from Crunchyroll and everything. I don't see it on my. I don't see DC on there as a portal anymore, where you just click on it and everything DC was there. It's like they lost DC or something.
Just got a ding back from TurboTax. So, great news. The first $10,200 of your unemployment income paid out be tax-free. And if your household income is less than $150,000. Based on a recently passed American Rescue Plan.
Huh.
benefit. The IRS assures us there is no faster way to get any additional money you are owed. Amending your return could delay your payment. We'll reach back out to you when we hear more. I already did this stuff. That gives me no boring photo. Because my wife did have paid, so we paid taxes. It's kind of cool. It's gonna be the first time I've ever had to amend any. So when you're in the Marine Corps, I imagine all services do this. During tax season, they FAP Marines out to the tax center, and these Marines get a quick and dirty on how to do taxes.
Oh, really?
Pretty much just type numbers in. Yeah, so you go there. It's free for Marines to get their taxes done on base if they want. So you go in there. I've had a Marine that got fapped out there to do my taxes, and I went in there, and there's my Lance Corp sitting right there, getting ready to do my taxes. And I'm like, you know, her never did that ever before in her life. All of a sudden, you know, 2 weeks she gets sent to this thing, and now she's a tax genius, I guess. I'm like, oh, get my taxes done for free, thanks. Hope nothing gets screwed up. Which, in the end, probably some of it did, because back when we used to get our taxes done like that is when all of a sudden we, my wife's boss wasn't taking taxes out of her thing because we're from Michigan, and of course I didn't have to pay taxes. Michigan doesn't have state tax, so since I was from Michigan, my check didn't have state taxes taken out of it. But forever, it used to be, when we first joined, your spouse didn't have to pay that either. Usually businesses liked it when they hired military members because they didn't have their employees, if their families, their husband or whatever was in the military, they didn't have to pay state taxes. Or those didn't have to have that taken out of their check. Whatever. So then all of a sudden that changed, I guess, in North Carolina or Michigan or something. And all of a sudden Michigan was like, hey, you owe us state taxes, because it was Michigan. So she worked down here, but they still said that she had to pay Michigan state taxes even though we lived in North Carolina.
What?
Yeah, dude, it was so weird. And they're like, yeah, you guys are supposed to have money taken out of your account. I was like, well, that's dumb, because she still, you know, our home of record was Michigan. She had, I think at the time, she still had a Michigan license too. It was weird. We had a big deal. Like when her and I had separated for a bit, and I was up in Michigan, and I was trying to get myself right. It's right when I got retired, and I had to get away from the military. My doctor wanted me to move away, and needed it. And I moved up there. And it was rough because I was away from the kids and everything, and I drove down here like once or twice a month, 12 hours, watch Carter's football games and shit. And but I get phone calls. They're like, from the tax people in Michigan. They're like, yeah, you from the collectors. They're like, you owe us like $1,200, and I'm like, I don't know you shit. Well, it says here you file taxes with Alyssa Passmore. I'm like, yeah. But you can tell that those weren't mine. Those were hers. And they're like, she's like, well, since you filed together, it's you. And I'm like, well, not me contacting the wrong person.
Right.
I'm not paying anything. And they're like, if you don't pay, then we could, you know, take it away from, you know, your property and what you own. And I'm like,
go ahead.
live at my parents' house on a couch. I don't have any property. I'm like, and you can't take my disability pay, so I don't know what you're going to take from me. Have fun. And Lily was so mad because I was like laughing in the phone. She was so mean. She was grumpy.
Oh, yeah. They're all grumpy like that.
Meanest person I've ever talked to. I'm like, why are you so mean? Hey. Come at someone like that, I'm just going to come back.
They're evil. They hire evil people to do that stuff. You know that.
Yeah, she's super evil. Bitch. She's not like me. I did not like her.
Mm.
My mom's like, you actually probably have to. And I'm like, yeah, I probably do, but I'm not going to give her satisfaction right now.
I had a little issue with an old lady today.
Like a real old lady?
Actually, it wasn't today. It was like a week ago. So,
Jesus.
you know my new pickup truck out. It's like long. It's like a extended cab with a long bed. So it's like
a pool bus.
It's a big truck. So it's not the easiest truck to park. So a lot of times when I pull in between two vehicles, I hope that there's a spot straight ahead of it on the other side that I can just pull into, pull through the parking spot into the next one, straight through, because the length of the truck, I don't want it sticking out into the main roadway or whatever.
It makes sense.
So I'm pulling in, and I'm not kidding you. So as I'm pulling through, this woman tries to pull right in the spot that I'm pulling through to. And no joke, Passy, there's 2 spots to the left and 2 spots to the right, wide open. And she sits there and raises her hands up in the air and is like, "What are you doing?"
What's it look like I'm doing?
And we had a stare down, And I sat there and I didn't move. I parked. She wouldn't move and she wouldn't let me pull straight through and park. She stayed halfway into the parking spot. So I put my truck in park and got out and walked into the store. And I left it between the 2 parking spots. And she's sitting there now, and half of her car is in a parking spot and half is in the middle of the road. She's acting like, she starts yelling at me through the window of her car. And I turned at her and I blew a kiss at her.
Yes.
I'm like,
yes.
And she's like, "Well, you don't have to be an asshole about it." I said, "You don't have to be a crotchety old freaking bitch." I was so pissed, dude. She called me an asshole. I said, "You try parking a truck that's twice the length of your car." And I went into the store, and she came around the corner while I was in the grocery store. She came around the corner, immediately put her brakes on, and turned and went the other way. With her shopping cart. She's like, turned around and went the other way. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Dude, there's my shopping, like the Harris Teeter I go to all the time. They have veteran parking right in the front.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a good spot. It's right there by, it's just like handicap parking.
Right next to a handicap, yep.
It's first, there's 4 parking spots right in the middle of the parking lot, right in the front. And then across the drive a little bit, just behind it is handicap, and then across the other side is handicap. So they're all up there in the front. So, I park up there, whatever, all the time. And I see others, but I see a lot of old vets. This gets me so freaking tooled up. And they'll come up and they'll park. Or they'll come out and they'll unload their groceries and they'll just leave their goddamn cart right there.
Mm-hmm.
I see them.
Cart narcs.
I'm like, "What are you doing?" And they're like, "What?" And I'm like, "You take care of your cart?" And they're like, 65.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're like, "What do you mean?" And I'm like, "That's not where a cart goes, man. You just leave it in the middle of the road, park in the front. That's just messed up." I gotta get going. I'm like, "Yeah, don't park up here then." Don't park here. This is rude. They had a problem. They had a big problem with some of their workers that worked before COVID when they'd have their night stocks in there.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't want to park down the way because usually stores don't want their workers parking in the front parking spots.
Yeah. Just like Walmart used to have a special parking lot just for employees.
Yeah, so I'd come in the morning, like 6:30, 6 in the morning to get my coffee, and they'd be fucking, like, their Night Stalkers would be parked in all the vets and all the 6, 7 parking spots.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, and they'd be there till like 7 or right before they leave. They wouldn't move their cars at all. I was like, hey, these guys, your workers supposed to be parking out front? And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, all like the spots up front are all taken by the people that work here at night. I'm like, I'm not saying I need that parking spot, but there's some 70, 80-year-old people that come here in the mornings.
Especially early mornings.
Yeah, that's when old people come. I'm like,
yeah.
And these guys can't park 10, 12, 15 spots down. They're all in their mid-30s.
Right.
What are they afraid of? There's lights everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, that's messed up. How lazy can they be?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm a cart Nazi.
So, you follow the cart narc?
I'll yell at them and tell them to get it.
No. The cart narc.
The cart narc.
Yeah. If you're avid against people with carts, shopping carts, follow Twitter, cart narc.
Oh, I'm avid against people leaving them and not putting them in the cart.
You will love this this channel. It is.
Oh yeah.
It is a bunch of like 4 or 5 guys around the country that have like a body cam on, and they have like a, you know the air traffic controller thing with the red wand type thing.
Yeah.
The guy walks around parking lots and is like, whoop whoop whoop, jeep whoop whoop. He's like shaking the thing. He's like, oh, cart narc. Excuse me, sir. Why'd you leave your cart there? There's a cart return 2 spots down. Why can't you just walk right there and put it in? Well, so they're like recording these guys, and if they're like jerks to them,
awesome.
if they're jerks to them, they take a cart narc magnet and stick it to the back of their car as they're driving away. So, dude, they're the most hilarious things ever. You have to follow it. It's on Twitter, cart narc.
All right.
Oh my god, dude. I could watch that thing forever. AJ Styles, when we were gaming one night, he told me about it.
Dude, that's so awesome.
He's like, I follow cart narc, and I'm like, cart narc, what is that? And he goes, oh, he's like, you will absolutely roll laughing. Oh, some of the people's responses, and some people get so pissed off that. And they get so mad, they get out of their vehicle, pissed off, grab the cart, walk it right back into the cart thing, and throw the cart in there, like, just slam it in there. And they're like, I don't know why you have to be such a jerk about this. I'm like, he's like, well, I'm not being a jerk, sir. I'm just actually, I'm trying to patrol the parking lots because you can only imagine the amount of damage that occurs on vehicles from carts just rolling right away. And it's just... Or they'll be like, they'll see a cart rolling across the parking lot, and you'll see them in like running mode, like, like running across the parking lot, like grabbing the carts.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm really bad. I don't care how old they are, guy, girl. And not only that, I get super frustrated with people that pull. Okay, I get frustrated with people that pull through driving or parking positions like you said you were doing, but not because their car's too big or they trying to get out. I get mad because they end up doing it, but they don't actually know how to park, so they don't pull all the way through, so they're still using 2 parking spots, or they have a huge ass fucking hitch on there, and it's in the other parking spot, and then you can't park there.
Yeah.
There's a person that always does that. They have this gigantic truck, and it's got this huge hitch on it, and they don't always pull through. And I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. Well,
I'm like, or they're
I always pull mine. I always pull it through, and I'm one of those guys. But the only reason I leave the hitch on the back like that is because I've seen countless people that are walking with their cell phones or walking through the parking lots, and they're talking to their friend or whatever, and then bam, right into my trailer hitch. Because I have a big trailer hitch for my my camper, but I typically fit into a parking spot for the most part. I don't know if I'm gonna fit into a parking spot now, but
There's a
we'll
lady
see.
who has an Escalade, and she always, when she was a retired Marine, I believe, and she always, I think it was Sergeant Major, I know, and she's a bitch, and she pulls through, and she does not know. She parks like she's driving a fucking Chevy Volt or something.
Yeah, tiny little vehicle.
And she parked right on the edge, like, oh, the front of your car is right on the edge of the park. That's amazing. Too bad half your back wheel and the back end of your vehicle's in the other parking spot because your car is twice as long. What are you doing?
Yeah, my wife when she went from a CRV, a Honda CRV, to a full size pickup. So it was always interesting watching her try to park. She got way better at it though. But
I would be like, I'm looking at these people and I'm just like, yeah, park like that. Give me one, just give it to it. Carter's like, so should I, because he was parking the other day, the car, and he came through and it was kind of busy that day. And we had one car that was couldn't pull out, so I waved him out. All right, you can go now. I have him. Usually he parks really far away, and I was going to have him park up in the front just to get used to it. And he started pulling in. I'm like, now keep track of the person that's coming up now to the left. I saw a car coming, and he pulled into the parking spot. He didn't like stop at the first one. He kept going, and he rolled right into the second one. I was like, what are you doing? We didn't say anything. I'm like, well, I got to tell you to stop at the parking spot? What are you just going to keep on driving? What are you doing? He's like, I'm like, as soon as you saw that car, you got nervous.
oh yeah.
The corner of your eye because you didn't see it at first because you're shorter than me. I'm like, that's why I told you to watch it and just go slow. I'm like, you almost hit that damn sign too, man. What are you doing? He's like, I thought you said you kept saying, you kept waving, you said go. And I'm like, I told you to go because that car was coming. I didn't want you to get hit, man.
Right.
Because he brakes a lot. Like most kids when they first start driving.
Yep.
We'll be going, he'll be like, do I brake here? I'm like, why would you brake here? There's no stop sign. You see anything red with 8 sides on it?
Right.
Or whatever? He's like, no. I'm like, no, stop. Do you see a yield? No. I'm like, it's a turn, man. If you stop here, you're going to screw someone up because they're going to hit you from behind because they're not going to be ready for you to stop here. Oh. I'm like, come on. His mom has no patience. So both my kids, when they drive, they have to drive with me. She will get so mad when she drives with them because she starts freaking out, and then they're like, Mom, you're scaring me, stop. And she's like, then just don't drive with me, you drive your dad. No. It just goes right to that. It just goes to that, and Carter came in, he goes looking at me, he's like, just kind of lifted his eyes up and kind of was like, deep breath. I'm like, fun time, huh? You have a good time driving, Mom? And he goes, yeah, she said she's not driving with me anymore.
Yeah, my mom said the same thing. Never riding with you again. And I'm like, what?
He's like,
It's my second week.
She kept yelling and telling me to turn here, and I was, and then she lifted her hand up like this, and he goes, do you want me to stop? And she goes, no, I don't want you to stop. He goes, well, when you lift your hand up like this, like you want me to stop, like you're telling someone to stop. She goes, I was just lifting my hand up. He goes, huh? It was so fucking, he's like, my daughter won't drive with her either because stresses her out. Her knuckles are white when she drives my.
So do we have 3 longbows? Is this like one yours, one Evil's, and one's
Yours?
Black Lotus? Or mine?
No, yours. Lotus hasn't made one yet. I made one for you.
Which one?
That one on the left. The one on the left?
Oh. My boat! Oh, it's so empty and
That's your
clean!
That's your boat.
Okay. About to go get a sea serpent.
Yeah, I was when I made that port, I put the boat there, and then I was like, put my boat over here. Moody Lotus wasn't even on the server yet when I made that, so.
Oh.
See,
I've only drove a boat or sailed a boat once, and I got stuck in the middle of the water and I couldn't figure out how to get back.
So that was the miscommunication between Lotus and me. So Lotus goes, hey, do you care if I go down there and work on the port? And I'm like, what do you mean the port? I'm like, you can work on Frosty's building if you want. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
He doesn't never play, and it's not really made that well. I'm like, do whatever. He's like, yeah, 'cause I'm thinking about making, you know, like a little spot for, because I want to make a boat, and I'll just make a spot for my boat. And I'm like, okay. Then I didn't think he was going to terraform, like, this whole area. Like, he took out, like, my fucking, he took out the fire spot I had with the little chairs on it.
Oh yeah, I was wondering where that
all
went.
my brick. He took out all the bricks that were here.
Ooh,
that
I like
had
this,
for
though.
For someone.
I like it. It's nice
I
and
had
wide
it all-
now.
Had this all set up for a boat to come in here, and then I was like, I'll just put the arch over it. And he took all the bricks out, took my steps out that for the water, so if we fall in there, we could get out. I was like, And then he got really defensive on Discord. He's like, well, how are we supposed to bring ore in there? That's why I was widening it. I'm like, well, the bridge you put there wasn't wide enough to take ore across it with a cart anyways. I'm like, but we don't need to bring any ore this way. I don't understand what you're saying. He's like tin and stuff. I'm like, well, no ore is going to come from our other base because all the smelting's done here.
Yep. Dude, I dig that
there's
tower
always
he
a
did.
thing.
That's pretty cool looking.
Wait, I
How
gotta-
do you
I'll send
how do you
a
light
picture.
it? Is there stairs
I'm
into
not
it or
sure.
something?
So I sent him a picture of something. I asked him if he wanted to build it, and he started it, but I think he decided not to do it. But I was like, we don't need to take any ore up there or down there. We can just do everything here because I have everything's upgraded. I'm just gonna, if you gotta bring supplies down, it's easy to just jump in the portal, grab supplies, and just jump back down here. I'm like, but I'm gonna bring a lot of the supplies down here anyways, and we'll just put supplies along the back wall, and then people can grab what they want for, you know, usually the only stuff, we don't really need a lot of supplies down here because most of us already have all the gear.
Yeah. I got six necks
So-
and 6 necks in the water now.
Oh, nice.
I'm trying to find
So I
a
was like,
troll and
kinda
kick him in there.
confused. Like, I don't know what you're saying, man. I understand it, kinda, but we don't really need to bring any ore down here because really, anytime I go get ore now, I'm on my boat.
Yeah.
Because we've already, I mean, there are plenty of copper veins here still, but we don't really need copper anymore unless we're building a base somewhere else. And then if we're building a base somewhere else, we're going to be on the boat. So
Yeah.
I'll just smelt it there. But no, I made the first iteration of this little bridge was a little thinner. It was just one row of bricks, and I looked at it and I was like, well, if I put some of these iron things on here, we'll see if they'll hold the outside, and I'll put another layer on each side of one brick, and if I could do that, then maybe that'll work for a cart, and I'll open the door up a little bit. And then I figured I could take these so the posts, the cement posts, with this precision mod, I was able to turn them sideways and use them like railings,
Nice.
and they work pretty good to keep anyone from falling off with a wagon. So, oh, this is what I was going to tell you. I just saw this. I saw a guy last night. He put a cart on his boat,
Really?
and he was hauling a cart with his boat. But then also, you don't need to only do that if you want to just take your cart out there with all the little boxes that has on it, and then you destroy your cart. All the boxes just fall on the boat, and then they don't fall through. And
Oh, really?
so all those boxes will have all the items that they had in them, and you just.
Awesome. That's
Now you
cool,
have-
actually.
So we had a boat with like ton of boxes, but the physics in this game, like, so everything in your boat gets heavier with the more items on. So I don't know exactly what that does 100%, but might make it a little rough.
Yep.
So this is just gonna be like, I'll probably end up just putting a bunch of stuff in a lot of these just to probably one
Damn,
row
Lotus has
wood,
did a
one
lot of
row
work on
pine.
his buildings. Holy shit.
Yeah, he was on last night for a long time. I was not on. After I fixed the bridge, I got off, and then I just kind of messed around with Genshin Impact, and then I kind of just watched anime. Some anime. There wasn't. What sucks, man, is none of my animes. Like, there's no new episodes. I'm just waiting. Like, some come out tomorrow, Monday, and it's kind of winding down to the end of some of these seasons.
So, the beauty with me is I have a lot of episodes to watch of everything.
Yeah, that's the problem with me. One day in the Marine Corps, dude, I was watching this anime called Beelzebub. It's weird. It's like this high school with a bunch of kids that just fight all the time. And there's this one dude who's a fighter. Well, then, like, this Lucifer's, like, baby and his maid, like, show up on Earth.
Really?
The baby's name is Beelzebub, and it's just this little baby who's always naked. And he's got green hair and, like, a bottle in his mouth, just like demon milk or something. But like, as soon as he finds like a strong person, he like really much just latches on. So he's like, oh, dude's head, this kid in high school, because the kid's like a strong fighter, and he's just always with him, just hanging out. And people are like, "Why do you have a naked baby on you?" They end up fighting, and he's always drinking this milk. I don't know. It like got me, like it caught my eye, and I was like, "Wow, watch this." I ended up binging like 14 episodes in like one night. I didn't even sleep. I just stayed up all night watching it, and then I went to work, and I died the next day. So tired.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
Yeah, my doctor was like, my mental health doctor was like, "How's your sleeping going?" I'm like,
yeah. Thanks to anime, not good.
"What are you talking about?" He's like, "Maybe we should up your meds." And I'm like, "Nah, I don't know. I don't think we need to up anything."
Yeah. Nah.
No, I don't want any more. Save to watch later. I think I saved it.
Oh, this is fun. This is so much nicer now. I'm game to do whatever right now, Passy.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not really sure. All right. I just took a screenshot of this. I'm going to send it to you. I don't even know how the screenshot looked. I sent Lotus this picture because he was like, he said he saw somewhat of the same thing, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I was thinking about, that didn't really turn out that well." He's like, "Yeah, I think I saw that, and I was gonna just gonna do that." And I was like, "Oh yeah, man, I just saw it like today." I was like, "Looked pretty cool." I figured, if you wanted to build, you're like in this like building mode and you want to build something, I'll give you a chance to build this. And he's like, before I mess with it. So we have to leave here by 8 a.m. because we have to be there by 8:30. So it's going to take us 15 minutes to get there because we have to go on base through the front gate, or no, we can go through back gate, but it's going to be traffic because I'd like to leave before 8 because I want to get a coffee, so I would wake up at 7.
Yeah.
7 a.m. How about you just wake up since you set like 19 alarms anyways? Check out that thing, dude. Just sent you the picture. And that's the other side of it.
Oh, sick.
What? Come on.
It looks similar to our area that we're at right now, actually.
That's that dude. This dude's town is amazing that he made. Actually, it's really awesome. From the video. Let's see if I can find it. Is that the guys? Might not be that guy's. No, it is his. It is his town. The town of Valheim. That's what he calls it.
Neat.
Give me an overview. Some of the people's imaginations blow my mind.
Yeah. Yeah, my kids always blow my mind in Minecraft when they build things with
dude's
switches
barber.
and
Oh, the switch thing in Minecraft blows. It kicks my butt. That's nuts.
if I'm on the boat, your boat, it won't float away on me, will it?
No, not unless you start it. Here's a little taste of this guy's city. 2 pictures. Pretty cool. Imagine, I just see some of these things. I'm just like, man, I'm impressed. You've got quite the imagination.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I mean, some of these guys, I don't know if they're doing it in setting or if they're in creative mode where they have debug mode where they pretty much can fly and they have unlimited mats and a snap of the finger.
So from what I understand, you can, in like Minecraft, you can go in creative mode and then just click a button and go back into regular mode.
On solo, can't do it in a multiplayer server. So like we couldn't do it on this server.
Okay.
So like on our server, like right now, I think I haven't added you to admin yet. I just added myself this morning, I think, or yesterday. So I didn't know how to do it at first, and I went to save though, because I was like, I should be able to hit save. So I was like, tap F5, which brings up your console commands.
Mm-hmm.
It used to, and it still does for me, I think, for my mod. But F5, and they just changed it for console. But do that, bring up the console commands, and you just hit save. And I did that the first time. It's like, you are not an admin. And I'm like, but
Whoops.
I started the server.
Why wouldn't I be an admin? I'm the server guy.
Wouldn't that automatically make me an admin since I'm the one that starts it every day and or all the time? I was like, what? So I looked it up and I had to like put my Steam ID into this file on my local thing. So I just grab your Steam ID and I'd be able to throw it in there. But like for a multiplayer server, the only thing we can do is save, ban, kick, and that might be it. There's not very much we can do. And they actually made it crazier on solo servers. Like it's kind of weird. If you had your own server and you went onto it and you typed in, hit F5, you open up the console, you typed in, I'm a cheater, is what it had. You said, type that in, and then you type in debug mode, which you could type in if you wanted to have like the unlimited building materials when you were building stuff instead of having to go get stuff. And they changed it and they made it harder to get into it for some reason. So like the first day the patch came out, a bunch of YouTubers are like, oh, they made it harder. All they did was they changed the name for I'm a cheater to dev commands, and you had to do something else to get it to turn on. God damn it, quit. Oh, they also made it that when your fire burns you, it also takes, when your fire burns something, it takes damage.
How do you
Which is odd.
How do you drop your sail?
So W is your drop your sail. You hit it once, it'll drop it halfway. You hit it twice or 3 times. No, yeah, you get 3 arrows and it'll drop your sail all the way. You hit S to have your sail go back up.
Yep. I just realized that. Yeah.
So you want to pull, you want S when you have the wind in your face, when the arrows are gray.
Mhm.
And then when the wind's behind you at your back and they're white on your little map on the right or whatever, and then you want sail down.
So you get a little momentum once you can drop the sail. If you just want to go slow, you just drop it a little bit, and you can put it back up, and you'll kind of just float along.
Yeah. So like whenever we're sailing and the wind's in our face, that's when we're going so slow. I end up putting the sail all the way up because if you have it down, I think you go slower. So, and then a lot of times if I'm watching when I'm turning, I'll have the sail down as far as I can go up until like right before it starts turning gray, and it kind of gets like a shadow on it. Doesn't totally go gray yet. As soon as we go, I'll try to pull it up really fast, and your boat will kind of like float a little faster for a little bit, I think. It could just be me seeing it and it's nothing, but sometimes. But the wind changes in this game so weird. I feel like it's always in your face. I don't know, man. We can take some materials if we want. You can go explore. We still haven't explored anything really outside of this middle, except for my line to the edge of the world, right to the east, and then nothing on the west.
Yeah.
We haven't done anything on the west. And I know one time I want to put all our gear back here at the main base and take a little boat and check out the edge.
Yeah.
One day.
Yep. I think I kind of got the hang of it.
Oh yeah, man, you'll get it. It's fun. I really like sailing in this game until the fog's in my face, and then I really hate it.
Mm-hmm.
Because then you're afraid of hitting an island that you don't want. Well, it's not
Yeah.
too big of a deal anymore with the gear we have, but I mean, mostly the food we have, because I know I can take a couple hits.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can run away like a little baby.
The nice thing is that I actually have a boat license.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Carter's friend. His dad has a boat, and I think his friends got like a learner's permit or something, or a license. I don't know how old you have to be to get a boat license, but
Look at that.
but
I'm pretty impressed. My first time parking.
he's like, Trey's got a boat, and I'm like, okay, you're not going out with him, so
Yeah.
not if he's by himself. He's
Yeah,
like,
no
what?
doubt.
I'm like, Carter, he's 14.
Yeah.
I'm like, you can swim, but you're not the best swimmer. And you know what? North Carolina's got rip currents everywhere.
Yeah.
At least by us. Not happening, buddy.
Yeah,
You're not strong
and
enough
and
swimmer.
just tell them you see too many news articles of 2 kids going out on the boat and not coming back.
I'm like, you guys get together. You guys have always done. You guys get talking and not paying attention. I'm like, I know he's probably been shown by his dad. I'm like, but it's not going to happen. Not just the two of you. Not for a long time. You guys will have plenty of time to be doing that stuff when you. I'm like, you guys just don't understand everything right now. And plus, he's just he's just now learning. There's no way his dad's letting him drive that boat with just him and you. Ever.
Yeah, never. There's no way,
I'm like-
especially at that age.
Yeah, I'd be. Especially how, dude, they're. It's so different. So when this kid comes to our house, he probably feels like he's eating like a king. So like, when I'm cooking bacon and sausage, it's like 2 family-sized bacons,
Hmm.
36 sausages, because I'm a big carnivore guy. I gotta have all my meat.
Yep.
And the Carter goes, and we go to his house, Dad. The kids are only allowed 1 or 2 links of sausage.
Yeah. That's the way it is at my house. I swear to you. It's like
He's
my
like-
wife is
like-
like she is like anti like because Nick just does not stop eating.
I'm like, 2 links of sausage? I had 20 of them this morning. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I had some people at Starbucks earlier that
What's
were
up?
talking to me, and
What's up,
I
Rabs?
talked to them about bacon, and they're like, I'm like, I used to eat a whole thing of bacon by myself, and the girl's like, that's not good for you. I'm like, it's not bad for you.
Yeah.
I'm not eating it with like a bowl of ice cream, just bacon. Well, all the fat. I'm like, fat's not bad for you either. Neither is salt. It's not. I'm not eating it all day.
Yeah.
Your salt. I'm like, there's a misconception. A lot of people back in the day thought salt and all this stuff was super
Clogging
bad
your
for you.
arteries and
I'm like,
hardening, dude,
it's not.
thickening your blood. I used to get that excuse
it's
all
not-
the time from people. Oh, that stuff,
yeah.
that you can't eat that much bacon. It thickens your blood.
I'm like, it's not the stuff like that that's messing you up. It's all the stuff you eat with the stuff. All the breads and starches, and when you see someone eating steak and mashed potatoes and gravy, it's all that extra stuff that makes it bad. The other stuff is actually coming out now that, red meat's not really bad for your heart. It's not really messing with your cholesterol. I mean, the LC whatever, the HCLs, LC whatever. I mean, that's not even...
Yep.
Every time I've gotten my blood taken while I was on carnivore, probably my best numbers I ever had, and I was in perfect. I wasn't high, I wasn't low. All my numbers are good. He didn't worry about anything. I was on cholesterol meds back in the day. Got off those. Like, I don't know, but it's not for everybody. Definitely not for everybody. Plus, it's really, you have to be strict about it. I was like, when I was on it, I didn't eat any sugar. That's why I try to limit myself. I was super strict. So this was my every morning while I was on it. I'd wake up in the morning, I'd make 4 eggs, 2 steaks, or at least 1.5 pounds of steak, and then a thing of bacon every morning. That was my breakfast every morning. And I would eat that every morning, and then I wouldn't eat again until 6 o'clock at night. So I'd wake up at 7, I'd eat all that food. You eat till you're full. But then I wouldn't be hungry until 8 o'clock, 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night. Then I would eat, and then I wouldn't eat again until the next day. So maybe 2 meals a day, maybe.
Huh.
Yeah. So there's a book I'm going to get now. I'm going to get it here soon, and I'll read it, and I'll send it to you. The Carnivore book by Dr. Sean Baker.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm starting this month a diet of some sort with exercise.
Yep. We started with keto once around the house, and the problem with keto for me is that I mean, you don't have to eat this stuff, but like my wife's big into making like cauliflower stuff, cauliflower mac and cheese and all this shit. I can't eat cauliflower; it fucks with my gut. So I was like, my stomach is all messed up all the time, and I was like, she's like, it's just the keto crud that everyone gets in them. It's been a few weeks, been 4 weeks now. I don't know. I just don't like cauliflower.
Yep.
Really, I mean, the stuff tastes good. It's not my thing. So I figured my body's just more of a caveman.
Right.
I'm like Fred Flintstone. And it's just how it's got to be.
Yeah.
I mean, I look like the mall cop. I might as well eat like the mall cop, but only with steaks.
Dude, I would, like, I'll make steak tips. I'll barbecue, like, anything and everything. And then my wife will make, like, fried potatoes or whatever with it. And she's always like, why are you just eating the steak tips and stuff? I'm like, because the steak tips are really good. They taste great. And I'd rather eat all this than any of that because this tastes way better than that. I don't know.
I feel really shitty when I eat starches or breads. So
Yeah, I'm trying to cut down on pasta, bread.
it's hard, dude.
It is.
I like bread.
Now bread wasn't that big
like-
of a deal for me because I'll just I don't care. But my wife
Well,
hates not eating bread. She eats bread every day.
that's the hard thing, man. We all grew up
Mhm.
knowing, like, the old food triangle.
Yeah.
Grains at the bottom or at the top. Got to do this. But you got to have this. My dad eats toast every day, man. Every day.
Yeah. So my wife will eat either some sort of like toasted something with toast. Toast
Yep.
or whatever. Grilled cheese sandwich or toast with some peanut butter every day. And she loves bread bowls and soup. And I'm like chowders,
Yep.
corn chowder or whatever.
Love soup. And that's the hard thing is, like, also, I mean, for everybody, like, so we'll be on these diets. And all of a sudden, I'll come downstairs and my wife made freaking. There'll be a whole thing of brownies sitting there. I'm like, what?
Mm-hmm.
What? She's like, I made brownies. I'm like, I can't eat them. I'm trying to not have snacks right now.
Right.
I'm trying to get rid of my sugar addiction.
Yep.
I mean, my daughter's sugar addiction was so bad that she looked like she just got off, like, she's getting
Literally, like, yeah. So there was what
She
movie was it?
cold sweats.
There was a movie, and it was like a parody movie. Kind of a parody movie. What was it? Where what's her nut was a sugar lady, and she was saying that sugar is like worse than drugs because it causes more death in the United States than drugs. What was her name? And she goes,
What's a drug?
people are so addicted to sugar that it's worse than a drug addiction, because millions, like normal people, can just get sugar, And what was her name? She was in the Hunger Games. She was the president in the second.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
But I'm trying to remember the movie. She was like a bad guy, but she had like this
Lotus is back, but he's muted.
this diner of some sort. And she was like a brutal killer. I forget her name. I forget the name of the movie. See, I'll find it.
I can pull Lotus and move him around.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on Discord. That's funny. Yeah, when my daughter, the last time I made her get off sugar for 30 days, the first 2 weeks, she was like, she came home, my wife's like, Amara's sick. She's not feeling good. She looks super pale. She's got a super bad headache. She just needs to go home and sleep. I'm like, she's having withdrawals. She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, she hasn't had sugar in 3 days.
Yep.
She hasn't had anything with sugar in it. She's having sugar withdrawals. She's like, really? I'm like, yeah, this is what happens. I guarantee her hands are clammy. She's got a really bad headache. Her mouth probably dry, and she's got the sweats, and she feels like she's nauseous, like she's gonna get sick.
Mm-hmm.
Asked my daughter, and she's like, yeah, that's because you haven't had any sugar. That's exactly why you're like this. Because you're addicted to sugar. Your body needs it. It's in everything now. It's in milk.
It was, yeah, it is. Kingsman: The Golden Circle. That was the name of the movie.
Yeah, that's
Julianne Moore.
who it is. Yeah, I couldn't think of her name. Yep. Sugar, I mean, I was actually surprised when I started carnivore. I started like at a weird time, so I started it like I started it like the night I just decided, like one night, Alyssa's work's Christmas party. Like I was like, I'm gonna start tonight. I'm gonna start tonight. Just gonna start it. She's like, tonight? I'm like, yeah, just gonna eat meat from now on. That's it. Okay. So I started it. I didn't have any like. I did have what they call like. It's kind of like the keto flu. Like for like 2 weeks. Might have been longer than that. Joe Rogan talked about it a lot when he went through. He did carnivore for pretty much butt piss for like 14 days. Where you're like cleaning, your body's cleaning itself out.
Yeah.
But you're just eating meat. So your body's using, unless you eat a shit ton of meat, your body's using all that fat
Whoops.
for energy. So you really don't have anything to get rid of
Mm-hmm.
for the most part, because you're using all the meat and all the fat for your energy. And I mean, you're not hungry. You're getting everything you need. If you take a multivitamin and all the stuff that you would normally take, your body's getting everything you need. You're not missing out on any nutrients, because if you're eating grass-fed cattle, even if it's just beef, ground beef, you're getting whatever they ate also is going to be in the meat. So, and a lot
That's a
of
good point.
carnivore, and a lot of carnivore enthusiasts really push you to eat like liver and heart, maybe, and some other organ meats, because the organ meats are going to have a lot more of the vitamin. So you don't have to. There's people that have done carnivore for 20 years and all they eat is ground beef and steak.
All right, stream. I'm gonna call it for the night. I think I might be on.